What is going on, guys? Politics Gaming here, and today we are doing a brand new update for the 2021 edition. Am I making two updates for 2021 within 2 days of each other? Possibly I am. Instead of the last one, in which I had a sort of release date, this one we actually have details encompassing the 2021 edition. So let's go ahead and switch this over. You guys will be able to see what we are going to be looking at. This was released today, about 30 minutes prior to the recording of this video. I had just woken up and I looked at my phone and I saw that Eversim had posted literally as I had grabbed my phone. So let's go ahead and read through this without further ado. Let's do it. All right, so 2021, a year of challenges. Eversim announces the forthcoming release of Power and Revolution 2021 edition. 2021, a year of challenges. In 2020, the pandemic flattened economies and sent debt through the roof and increased economic insecurity. But at the beginning of 2021, hope is reborn with the arrival of new vaccines against COVID-19. At the end of the health crisis and return of growth are on the horizon. And with the inauguration of the new American president, a new era of diplomacy has begun. This is alluding to their diplomatic updates that they are going to go into detail in the next paragraph. As head of one or several nations, win the battle against a virus by carrying out a vaccination campaign, revitalize your economy, and move your pawns on the political chessboard with new strategies. The creation of party coalitions, negotiations during meetings of heads of state, and free trade agreements, worldwide taxes, diplomatic initiatives, including, listen to this, scientific cooperation and student exchanges. Student exchanges and scientific cooperation. Diplomatic initiatives, scientific cooperation, student exchanges, and a year of culture. I have yet to figure out what this means, but I will go through. I will tell you guys that I will be able to figure out what these mean as I will be getting more information in the next couple of days. In a vast, highly realistic environment of the European Union, there are many political conundrums to solve if you want to develop the organization. Voting and institutional operation rules, detailed budgets, new taxes, fiscal or social harmonization, and commercial agreements in the European Union. So, this is what we're dealing with in terms of the highly realistic simulation of the European Union. So being a European Union country is no longer just waiting half a year for the meeting of the agricultural budget and what was the other one? It was the agricultural budget and it was the I think it was the Maastricht agreement. So and then going on, there are other challenges to face. Biden's challenge scenario: try to reach your ambitious goals as the new American president out of state. Participate in the German federal elections, and if you win, an added challenge, try to form a coalition to govern the country, and with the new worldwide fatality management system, take action to reduce their impact and limit the number of deaths. So they're implementing a new worldwide fatality management system. We again have yet to hear what that entails. As for previous owners of the 2020 edition, important information right here, they will receive a significant discount on the price of the 2021 edition. So we're looking at most likely a $50 to $60 price on this edition. And then if you have the 2020 edition, you will receive about $25. So that'll be the price of the 2021 edition. Eversim will soon unveil more details about new contents and features. So we have yet to hear that. And as for this, I have received word in an email today that was sent at the same time as the release of this information. I received word from the creator of Eversim in which he is going to communicate exclusive details to Politics Gaming. So make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Make sure that you have your bell notification icon so you don't miss any videos that I make. And this next one is going to be extremely important because it is going to entail exclusive details of the 2021 edition. So make sure you do not miss that, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. So let's go ahead and go through some of this in detail. At the beginning of 2021, hope is reborn with the arrival of vaccines against COVID-19. It's an end of health crisis and return to growth. And then as head of state, as head of one or several nations, win the battle against a virus by carrying out a vaccination campaign. So this is the vaccination campaign. We're going to be able to have more detailed ways to manage the distribution and implementation of the vaccine. Make sure that we get up to herd immunity. I'm pretty sure that they're going to try to implement a herd immunity feature and say, like, we have reached herd immunity. Revitalize your economy and move your pawns on the political chessboard with new strategies, including the formation of the creation of political party coalitions. Essentially, if you do not know, if you've been living under a rock, a party coalition is essentially if for example, like in the British Parliament, you need 325 seats in the House of Commons in order to have a majority. If you do not have a majority and you have 320 seats, or for example, there was one time, like in the past couple of years, in which the Conservatives had 316 seats, which is just barely under a coalition, or under a majority. So what they had to do is that they had to work with the party that worked similar to them. And I believe maybe they've been watching my videos, because I've been talking a lot about coalitions, in which how there is like they don't have actual coalitions in the game, but if you have have parties that are similar to you, then they are quasi a coalition. And the only thing that we were able to do to manage coalitions in Power and Revolution was the feature, I would say, of having either a proportional majority or a majority in the parliament. Going on, negotiations during meetings of heads of states they're going to be new negotiations, so they're going to be adding more to that. That way you can probably have better ways to increase relations to get what you want in a political meeting, in a head of state meeting. And my favorite feature that I'm extremely excited to hear more about is going to be the free trade agreements. This is going to be an extremely useful feature, and I'm extremely excited for it. And on an added note, this is the cover for the Power and Revolution game. So guys, I'm pretty excited for this. I mean, this is the cover. So we have the new US president being indicated right here. We have new taxes, probably talking about the global tax system. We have the new feature in which we have water cannons being added to the game, in which you can use these in riots. So that'll be very interesting to see. We have the vaccination down here. We have the German federal elections, and we have the detailed simulations of the European Union. And then obviously Power and Revolution 2021 edition. But I want to go ahead and look at something right here that I thought was interesting. There's a couple of really interesting details that I saw in this globe right here. And this is the first time I've seen Eversim kind of do something like this. What do you notice about the United States and China's, they talked about the global chessboard, a global chessboard. And I swear to God, if they actually add a chessboard into the game, that'll be funny. But what's really interesting right here is that the United States, if you're familiar with chess a little bit, I'm not that familiar, but I know the things now, the pieces now. The United States is a king, right? Who else is a king that you see on this board? China. China is a king. Russia is just the castle. I may be getting that piece wrong, but it's a castle. They're not a king. They're a castle. So that means they're acknowledging the superpowers between the world is now the United States and China. So that's going to be very interesting to see what kind of features and what kind of situations the United States and China are going to be getting into, especially over Taiwan. We do see that the bishop is India. But then, I think this is also indicating the diplomatic update right now. where we see the pawns. You know, one is in Greenland. Maybe we can buy Greenland or something like that. One is like off the coast of French Guiana. We also see one around where Peru is. We see the castle is also Mexico. So we're gonna see. It's gonna be very interesting to see. I also like how like the United States is like moved up into Canada, and then like this is not even over. This is like over. Oh. Hang on. Look at this. Look at this. Germany's on Poland. Does that mean Germany is going after Poland now? And then France is like over in Italy for some reason. But I want to go ahead and ask you guys again, what do you notice on this screen? We got France over in Italy. We got the United Kingdom pretty much where it should be. What do you see right here? I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys that probably know about this. This is Sealand. Eversim put Sealand in their cover. I don't know what this means. I don't know if this is supposed to be an Easter egg or something like that. This is a very interesting detail. Because, I mean, you had all these countries. You know, you got the United States, you got Mexico, you got Russia, you got Germany, you got France, you got China, you got Egypt as the knight. Also, by the way, there's also like a little pawn right here in Africa by the United States. But they added Sealand. So that's interesting. Maybe we'll get Sealand in the game, or it's just a little bit of an Easter egg. I actually emailed the guy, and I'll let you guys know what I get from him in the next couple of days, if this is a added feature or if this is just an Easter egg. I'm pretty sure it's just an Easter egg. And here's another feature that they actually didn't tell us about in the beginning, which was the worldwide taxes. Worldwide taxes is actually similar to the initiative by the G7, in which they are actually creating a global tax minimum on corporations. And I'm saying that correctly. This is a global tax minimum on corporations around the world. Basically, this is possibly, and if they're doing worldwide taxes, it has to be on the corporations, because they're probably very likely following what the G7 has announced, and then they're implementing that, which is going to be very interesting to see how the world is able to do that and how that is actually implemented into the game. I can probably predict there's going to be a couple of bugs related to the worldwide taxes. And again, very excited for this diplomatic initiatives. Maybe there's going to be a lot more features in the diplomacy tab. Diplomatic initiatives including scientific cooperation, which you can start researching things faster. If you are an African country, for example, and you sign an agreement with the United States, then they will help you start researching maybe more military technology, more commercial technology, and basically just assisting your economy and modernizing. And student exchanges. This could actually be related to the education sector, and we have yet to see what that will entail, but student exchanges is going to be an extremely interesting feature, and I'm very excited for it. And then the Year of Culture. The Year of Culture is going to be a very interesting one, because I actually am not familiar with what a Year of Culture is. If you guys are at all familiar with the Year of Culture, go ahead and let me know. But anyway, let's go ahead and go on. And then in a vast, highly realistic simulation of the European Union, there are many political conundrums to solve if you want to develop the organization. Voting and institutional operation rules. So can we start? This is going to be very interesting. Institutional operation rules. Because we already have a voting one, but are they adding more voting features into the European Union about who can vote in what country? Because there's one of them that basically says if you have reciprocal agreements in the game, then you can actually do that. So maybe you can sign reciprocal agreements with other countries now, but maybe only in the European Union. Institutional operation rules. What is this going to mean? Maybe it's like institutional operations. Maybe it's like the interest rates or something like that. Detailed budgets. That's going to be very interesting. Detailed. So are we going to be able to start proposing budgets to the European Union. Maybe that'll be implemented worldwide, where you can actually have detailed budgets in the United States. That actually, maybe that could be a stepping stone for the 2022 edition or any future installments of Geopolitical Simulator. New taxes will be very interesting to see what kind of taxes are on our way. Fiscal or social harmonization, and again, it's very vague. So I'm really excited to see what Louis Marie is going to be sending to me in the next few days. In the commercial agreements, maybe they'll work similar to trade contracts, but then they're not trade contracts. They're just kind of like European Union contracts. And then we got Biden's challenge, and basically the same thing as like Trump's challenge, in which we were supposed to like build the wall, like deport 1 million immigrants, et cetera, et cetera. So obviously, since we do have a new United States president, we will get a new challenge for that. Head of state, try to reach your goals, and then participate in the German federal elections is a very hyped feature that I've heard of. If you win, try to form a coalition to govern the country. So if you win in the German federal election, you can form a coalition, and then it would be interesting to see if you're playing the opposition and you do not win the election, how coalitions will work like that. And then with the new worldwide, this is also the other feature that I am very excited for. I'm both excited for coalitions and the fatality management system. Take action to reduce their impact and limit the number of deaths. What I'm predicting that is going to be put on there is going to be car crashes. It's going to be like heart disease. Anything, basically, if you were to pull up like the fatality rates, percentages, and then you were able to see like, what's killing what and how many it's killing, then I'm pretty sure probably like the top 10 are going to be thrown in there. Again, it's going to be like car crashes. It's going to be heart disease. It's going to be like accidental, work related, something like that. And then again, you will get a significant discount, probably most likely a like 50% discount. So it's going to be like $60 on release, and you're going to get like 25 US dollars that you're going to have to purchase for the 2021 edition. And again, this will wrap up our video. They will release more features and news to Politics Gaming in the next few days. So guys, if you guys like this, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you do not miss whenever I release this information in the next few days. I will make sure to update you guys with my community tab. Make sure to watch out for my posts. So again, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys had a fun time watching this. I am very excited for this edition, and I will see you guys in a few days.